Good morning, I'm your host Nelly Newswell with today's news, but before we get to those stories, let's get to the weather for today. Over to you, William.
Hi, I'm William. Welcome to the weather for today. So, we're going to start off on the western side of the country, and now as you can see here, the westerly winds are going to be bringing in nice warm air to warm the west coast. California is in its prime right now. It's a beautiful time. And as we move more central, as you can see there, it starts to get colder in the colder states, in the states that aren't real, in the states that don't exist. It gets a lot colder because there's an incline and the air sinks and it's cold there. And then once again, moving along all the way to the east, the rain here, it's raining a lot over here on the eastern coast here, and that's because the rain is starting to conjorbulate. It's that time of the year when the rain just starts to condense and conjorbulate, and it just starts precipitating ruthlessly along the east coast, which is a really stark contrast to what's happening over here, where the weather is a lot nicer. Beverly Hills is beautiful. I recommend going there a lot. It's beautiful. But let me take it back to the East Coast. The East Coast here, as you can see, you're going to want to wear your kayaks, you're going to want to ride your clothes. It is not nice weather. There are tropical storms happening all the way over here, monsoons, typhoons, typhoid, it's all happening over here. But the West Coast is lovely, and I know I haven't talked much about the central part of America, but it's not real. But anyway, let me bring your attention to up north. Up north on the Canadian border here, you're going to want to expect some rebellion, maybe an invasion or two. So what you're going to want to do is wear your Kevlar. Your Kevlar will keep you safe from all the bullets that you may receive if you're up on here in the Dakota there. Lovely place, however, lots and lots of violence. But on the opposite side of the spectrum, down here we have the Mexico border, which is beautiful. However, you can expect liberation from the South. They're really eager to liberate us. Don't give in, first off. But second off, the weather. The weather's beautiful down there, okay? Especially towards California, towards the western side of the country. But once again, the East Coast, travesty. West Coast, beautiful. Central Coast, it's not real. That's the weather. That's all I have. But I've been William. I'm a certified meteorologist. This is my pleasure. It's my first day on the job. And I hope you guys go out to the West Coast and have a wonderful time. It's beautiful there. Check it out. Thank you. Back to you in the studio.
So the big news story today, the robbery at the Crab Bank. Earlier today, the well-established Crab Bank was robbed at Broom Point. He made off with not that much money really, but today's a slow news day. Witnesses report a man in an orange balaclava with a broom went up to the bank teller and took the money from them. He then proceeded to walk out of the bank. He is broomed and extremely dangerous. We'll get back to you on that one. We have a correspondent on the scene with more information, so over to you, Nick Robbing.
Hi, correspondent Nick Robbing here on the scene of the crime. I don't think they're going to catch this guy anytime soon. We have a witness report here. Let's cut right to that.
It's quite scary. I did feel quite threatened. Can you blur my face? Alright, yeah, thank you.
That's all from me. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you very much for your insight, Nick. Now time for the sports rundown with Samuel Sportsman, who's going to be telling us all about the crochet team.
Thank you, Nelly. Yeah, it's shaping up to be quite this season. Lots of tensions are rising, lots of competition too. Last night's game was wild, and hopefully Team England can keep up that momentum and good vibes. Sadly, Team Russia has failed the drug test, which means the finals will be another classic rivalry match between England and Argentina. That's all for today. Back to you, Nelly.
Once again, slow news day today, I do apologize. But now moving on to the book portion of the show. World-renowned author Kit Starr Hall has come out with another instant classic called Kit Hall, How to Break a Heart. It recaps his life and how he managed to persevere at the hardest times. Over to Booker Bookrid with the full review. Hello everyone, welcome back to the show. On today's episode, we're going to be covering Kit Hall's new book, Kit Hall, How to Break a Heart. It covers his adolescent life and the struggles he faced along the way. Now I must say right off the bat, this is easily one of the best books of the year so far. The way it's written really makes you feel like Kit Hall and help you understand what makes him such an incredible person. Now, I would say that this gets an easy must read from me, and definitely a 10 out of 10. So go out and buy it. Just do yourself a favor, go out and buy it. It's phenomenal. I've never felt more compelled to read a book before. Ever since the Bible got banned, this has been it's filled a hole in my heart. And that's really all I have to say about it. So back to you, Booker. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that, Booker. I might just have to check that one out myself. Anyway, that's all we have time for today, but make sure you tune in next time. Same Kit time, same Kit channel. Good night.